Welcome to the Scottejaye News Channel. So my name's Scott and I'm joined by my co-host. Thank you, Scott. And my name is Scott. And shortly we'll take you over to our news reporter who is on the ground live at the scene. And it's Friday the 13th today. Normally a day that everybody would be scared about, but not today. Not if you're a Blizzard fan, because the gates of hell to Diablo 2 are opening. But that's not what we're talking about today. I'm really glad you used that emote and you didn't spit on me. In case you didn't know, there's a couple of emotes that have been removed or changed in World of Warcraft. One's been changed to its retail version and one's been removed completely. We're going to take you over to our news reporter who's live on the scene in Stormwind. Thanks, Scott and Scott. So I'm also Scott, and we're here live in Stormwind where there's been absolute uproar. Luckily, the rioting and the looting has finally come to an end. But people have wanted this change for 17 years and they've finally fought so hard that they've got it. The spit command has been removed on the PTR completely. And the overly provocative wolf whistle, which goes like... has now also gone, which people have been hounding Blizzard at for absolutely years. So what a happy day. I don't think anyone's ever asked them to go, have they? I've never heard anything. Strangely enough, using the /E command, you can still emote and spit on people of your own faction. It's just the opposite faction who you can't share your bodily fluids with anymore. What a shame. But we've actually found someone here in Stormwind who's been hurt by this in the past, and they want to tell us their story. Oh, hi, I'm Scott as well. I've played WoW since like 2004. I can't believe you actually had me up this early. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon. I don't normally get up till 5 when, do a bit of farming before raid. But anyway, yeah, so I'm glad it's been removed because I've been hurt by it in the past. I was in this big epic PvP battle in Stranglethorn Vale. And I was 37 at the time, and there was a rogue that was stalking me, like quite literally stalking me. He was, he was in the shadows. I didn't even know he was there. He was watching me. I could have done anything. I could have been naked in Stranglethorn Vale, and he was just watching me. So I thought that was a little bit weird anyway. But anyway, so he jumped out when I was a bit on low health, and he just started stabbing me in the back, stabbing me in the front, like cutting me. Then he threw poison in my eyes as well. So I was like walking around and couldn't see. I was like blind for a few seconds while he was putting some bandages on himself because apparently I managed to get a little blow on him myself. And then he just stabbed me to death really, and until I was dead. That sounds horrific. Oh no! That was fine. That wasn't the problem. He repeatedly used the sit key and teabagged me over and over again as well for a good 5 minutes because I couldn't res because he'd killed me so many times at this point. So I couldn't do anything. He was just teabagging. He was just there, balls up and down on my forehead. It was a bit embarrassing to be fair, but I mean the final straw was when I saw in the chat box he spat on me. It was the final straw. I'll be honest with you, I've been struggling ever since to even go in Stranglethorn Vale again because it just brings back those bad memories of that /spit that he'd done on me after stabbing me to death and teabagging me. So, well, Scott and Scott back in the studio. I suggest you start writing an angry email to Activision Blizzard telling them that next we need to remove the sit command because no longer can we allow teabagging of the opposite faction. This guy apparently doesn't mind balls in his face as long as they're not wet. Mate, I've got to go anyway because I've got to go and do anything else really. I've been Scott. You've all been beautiful. See you next week. Oh. Sorry guys, I must have nodded off. I had the weirdest dream. So welcome back anyway. I probably should have started it after I woke up, but I had the camera out and everything set up anyway. So a couple of things. Firstly, the spit command has been removed from the PTR. I'm in deja vu.
What is it?
A deja vu is usually a glitch in the Matrix. It happens when they change something.
And the whistle command's gone from, it's gone to the retail version of the whistle, so it's no longer the like the wolf whistle, which you would normally do to if you're a geezer, to an attractive woman that's walking by while you're working, with your high vis vest on a building yard. No, I don't know. That's where I see it the most. But anyway, if you're like me and I've never in 17 years of playing ever even used the whistle command. So it's not going to make a blind bit of difference to my life, but I almost feel like maybe efforts are being focused in the wrong places at the moment. But, that's just my opinion. Has any of these emotes ever been a problem for you? Let me know in the comments, because I genuinely am intrigued. If you have ever been offended by either the whistle command or the spit command, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear it. Now, on to something that you might not expect from me. Every single time I go on YouTube at the moment and I scroll through my feed, all I see is this content creator quitting, this person moaning about how bad the game is, this person saying Blizzard are going to collapse and all of this, and I'm not being funny. Is that what you come to YouTube for? I get that for some people, you know, if WoW was to collapse tomorrow, you know, financially, they're going to be in a bit of a predicament. I totally understand that, and I've seen literally YouTube creators, some that I've never even heard of before, basically saying they're being held hostage by Blizzard, you know, because they've got a whole WoW fan base that follows them and, you know, is subscribed to them and maybe watches them on Twitch and subscribes on there and gives them money and whatnot, you know. And if they stop playing WoW, then that's going to come to an end. I mean, firstly, WoW's not going to go anywhere. Do you know what? And I seriously mean this, and I know some of you classic fanboys and that, you're going to actually hate on me for saying this. If Activision basically dissolved Blizzard and just absorbed some of their staff and started working on new IPs, that would mean that there's no Blizzard to shut down or come after you if you play private servers. You can literally play whatever iteration of the game that you like, stream it, make content about it, do whatever you want. If there was no Blizzard that could enforce the shutdowns of servers and they can enforce the bans on Twitch and stuff like that, actually, you're free to do whatever you want. I'm not saying we want that, but, you know, that is sort of a silver lining, if you like. You know, if everything did go tits up, at least you've always got that. You're never going to be without WoW. And this is what I want people to understand, the fact that it doesn't matter. You know, if Blizzard shut down tomorrow, you can still play WoW. If you don't want to line Blizzard's pockets because of monetization in the cash shop and stuff like that, then go and play somewhere else, for Christ's sake. Don't keep making YouTube videos about saying how terrible the game is, and it's still not going to influence Blizzard to do a better job, because they've got enough problems going on at the moment that, you know, that watching YouTube videos about people slagging off their game is probably the least of their worries. So I'm here to do the complete opposite. I'm here to hopefully actually get you excited about the game. Stop looking at videos where they're saying how bad it is and how bad the devs are and how awful Blizzard are, and start focusing on what we've got to come, because we've got some brilliant stuff to come throughout Classic. And you know I'm a Wrath fanboy and I hope we get there, but putting Wrath aside, what have we got for the rest of TBC? Roll the B-roll. So look, Black Temple's coming in Phase 3 and is always going to be an amazing raid, and one you'll love if you've never done it before. It's as simple as that. If you've never stepped foot in Black Temple before, you'll absolutely love this raid for years to come. Mount Hyjal, even though it's not one of my favourites, you'll find loads of fun in it, and the dynamic of the raid is so different to anything we've had up until this point that the first experience you'll have in that place will probably be one of the greatest. After that, I'm not going to lie, gets a bit boring. All the upgraded craftables that are going to be coming down the line, you're going to be able to make, you know, throughout the phases, keeping your hard worked for grinded weapons and heads and things like that useful, and just something nice to aim for. You know, even if there's something better that you're going to get by the end of the phase or something, it's still going to be worth upgrading that weapon until then, just because it's something to do. Let's not forget Neverwing. If you're not a druid, or maybe even if you are a druid, tell me you don't want one of these mounts. You can't. You can't tell me that, can you? Because they look bloody amazing. They look incredible, and they're 100% worth doing the daily grind for to snag one. And then Zola, man, I mean, what an epic raid. You've got to get that bear, boys. You've just got to get the bear. Time runs in here are still some of the fondest memories of my original TBC experience. And having another raid that you can do with a few beers and your buddies on a chill Friday night, that takes some beating. Because, you know, you've got that with Karazhan at the moment. If any of you take Karazhan that seriously, then I think you're spoiling it, really. You know, as in, the small 10-man raids for me, they're just best spent with your mates, having a few beers, having a laugh on Discord, not taking it too seriously, but at the same time, not sitting in there all night. On to the home stretch, Sunwell Plateau. This is going to challenge your raid. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be frustrating at times, but I truly hold out hope that this is going to be a true challenge, especially in its early weeks of release. That's not all though. Magister's Terrace is such an amazing dungeon to do and has some awesome gear. It's literally the ultimate alt dungeon for your alt characters, and you'll want to make sure you do it every day on them, because some of the gear it drops really is that good. Then the Isle, doing your dailies here for rep, recipes, gold. I mean, it's actually a really reasonable way to make decent gold if you've got a few characters and you don't mind running them on all of them. They're quick. The Isle should just feel alive with people because it's quite small and everyone's going to want to be there, especially for the first few weeks. While I say this is the home stretch, it is for me, because then we get to the Wrath pre-patch, and like you know, I truly feel like I'm at home when I'm in Wrath, because for any of you who know me, you know, since day day one of Classic, I've always been looking forward to the day that I can get to level 80 again. So there you have it. That's all the things that we've got to look forward to for the rest of TBC Classic. Even if that's where you plan to stop and you don't want to go any further, which each to their own. If you don't like Wrath, you don't like Wrath. There's a lot of systems implemented in Wrath which remove that Classic feel. Whereas I consider Wrath a bit of a hybrid between retail and Classic. So I'm a big fan of it personally. But if you're not, well, who knows what's next? When we get to the end of TBC Classic, if you enjoyed it that much, you'll be able to do it again. If it's not on a Blizzard server, you know where you can do it. So stop letting content creators get you down. Don't let me get you down. I've moaned about things in the past, and I'm trying to be different now. You know, I've spent time moaning about, oh, the phases are all wrong. You know, PvP seasons are being handled wrong. Oh, drums, why did they nerf them? You know, raids, why are they not tuned? I've done my fair share of moaning, and I realised that I don't want to spread negativity anymore. I only want to talk about games that I enjoy playing. I will talk about the negative aspects of them, of course, but that's not going to be like every video, just, oh, what's going on with the lawsuit? Oh, why have we not got this? Oh, why is Phase 2 got bird form when it should be in Phase 3? Yeah, it's, you know, I'm going to try and remain positive to hopefully keep all you guys positive throughout the rest of TBC Classic. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the news intro, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, like and subscribe, and consider clicking the join button if you really love me, to join the channel as a member, just to, you know, keep me here pumping content out. But peace.